Hey people, welcome to the run test. It's Kieran here. I am down in Richmond where I've just accidentally done a race test of the Brooks Hyperion Elite 5. I was taking them out for a long Sunday run down here along the river and I bumped into a race about 6 miles in, and I just asked the question if I could sign up on the day. They said yes, so I signed up for a half. I've just done a half marathon all out, or as much as I had in my legs after the first 6 in the Brooks Hyperion Elite. So here's what I found. So it's the Monday after the race, which was the Richmond Summer Riverside Half Marathon. It's put on by the Fix Events team, who do a big series of events all over the UK. I stumbled across this one absolutely accidentally. I was 6 miles into my long Sunday run, and I thought I'd sort of ask if I could sign up on the day, just on the chance. I stopped as I ran past. 10 minutes later, I was signed up. I had a bib in hand, and I was ready to run an unexpected half in the Brooks Hyperion Elite 5. Now the race itself has around 300 people, with more people running a separate 10k that went off half an hour later. Whole thing is quite a small affair. It is chip timed. It was on a 2-lap kind of out and back course along the Thames Path just outside of Richmond in London. Now the path is open to the public and it's all quite narrow, so you do have to be aware of dogs, bikes, 10k runners and other runners all coming at you. So there's a lot going on, but you know, it's nice and flat, nice and kind of runnable generally. The half had about 2 water stations, so it's not really, you know, overdone. When you looked out and back, you know, you've got some options to get some drinks, but it is all quite a low-key affair. It's not much by way of support, but it is a nice leafy course that's really flat. It's on kind of a bit of compacted river paths and pavements, sort of mash up. I paid £35 for the entry. I got a medal. I ended up coming in third in around 1 hour 28, and it turned out to be a great test for the Brooks Hyperion Elite 5. Now, having run the first 6 miles to the race start at quite an easy pace, I can vouch for the Hyperion Elite 5 being one of the more kind of stable and protective carbon race shoes. This would be a shoe I would happily use for some longer, faster marathon training runs, or mixed paced marathon training runs where I was sort of dropping down in the pace then picking it up, doing kind of those mile interval kind of runs that you can do, or blocks basically. And when I finally picked up the pace to half marathon race pace, or at least what I had to give in my legs, which was around kind of 6 minutes 30 per mile, I enjoyed these being smooth, fast, light and cushioned. I wouldn't say that they were as punchy and propulsive as something like a Fast R3 from Puma or the Hoka Cielo X12. Probably not quite up there with that kind of firm snappiness that you're going to get from the Metaspeed Sky Paris. But what you're getting here is a responsive and smooth ride. What you might kind of lack in the really sort of aggressive or full sort of springy edge, I think you get back in really nice reliable landings and a road feel that's really easy and consistent. Even on some of the kind of lumpier, sort of bumpier bits of the rutted river path, Hyperion Elite 5 felt controlled, you know, when I was really pushing and punching. That wouldn't be the case, I don't think, in the Cielo or shoes like the Adidas Adios Pro 4 or the Puma Fast R3. There's something really nice and natural about the Hyperion Elite 5. They're kind of giving back energy, but you're still in control. By the time I crossed the line of the half marathon, I'd run close to 20 miles. Had no trouble with any foot fatigue coming off, so I'd say there's enough stack here and softness to take the edge off those repeated impacts and look after you. The last couple of miles, I think I was hoping for a bit more help from the shoes to sort of ease my tired legs and keep the pace up, but my pace did drop from 6:30s to 7-minute miles. But the comfort held out, and this is a really nice, light, airy race shoe. I had no issues at all from the total 2 hours plus that I spent in it running. Grip was excellent as well. It doesn't seem to have been troubled by the rougher, it's rutted kind of stony terrain either on that river path. Everything's still looking pretty solid, which bodes well for the durability too. Verdict then, and from my impromptu accidental half marathon race test, I'd say that this is arguably Brooks' best carbon race shoe yet, or at least a close run contest with the Hyperion Elite 4 PB. It's maybe a little softer, a little less snappy, but it carries some of what made the Elite 4 PB good, in my opinion. While it might not be the most aggressive, punchiest carbon race shoe, I think there's a lot to be said for how much sort of smooth and stable and protective kind of ride feels you're getting underfoot. I said this about the Hoka Rocket X3, and I think it's true here. The Hyperion Elite 5 has all those hallmarks of a good kind of hedge your bets race day shoe. Ideal for those races where you might need something reliable and less exposed to ease you home if you're kind of putting it on a knife edge, basically. If the struggle bus comes, You're going to need something cushioned to get you home. This will work. That's not to say it's a slouch either. It's a fun, capable race or kind of fast effort training shoe that I think I could happily use for everything up to the marathon distance. I also think it could make a great first carbon race shoe. So you have it, that's been my race test in the Brooks Hyperion Elite. Accidental race test at that. Yeah, you know, but that's how we roll. If we get an opportunity to race, we're going to do it. So I had to do the miles anyway, so I just thought I'd do it in a race with other people. A good test for the shoes. But as ever, if you're interested in more information about these shoes, I'm going to pop a video up on the channel you should go and watch. We've got a first run, there'll be a review coming up. Otherwise, as ever, if you can hear me through the wind, thanks very much for stopping by and watching. And until next time, happy running, people.